$100 is back. Don't hurt yourself, man.
I was trying not to get it.
How many times did he do that?
No, that last one was intentional. Because the last one, he literally made sure he got right here when he did it.
My bag.
I think he was having a seizure.
I already know when I put this video on my Instagram story, just on some like promotion type thing. Somebody gonna reply to him like, bro, what was you doing, bro?
Like, you having a seizure?
But no, before we get into this video, man, I want to just make mention to WWE Hall of Fame passing away. Was they in the Hall of Fame? Yeah. One of the Bushwhackers passed away recently. We just want to send our condolences and thoughts and prayers out to the Bushwhacker family. You know,
Rest well.
And anybody that passed away in this wrestling world, you know, it break us all because as fans we enjoy this. And some of our favorite wrestlers have passed away, so. Yeah. You know, we always just gonna show our respects on here and mention it. You know, so
he was before our time.
Butch, you know, Bushwhacker.
Bushwhacker, man. So rest in peace, man. And yeah, condolences. So, but we finna jump into our vid today. We got the best returns / debuts in WWE, man. So some of our favorites, man. We probably can run through like 3, just to yeah. So I'm gonna let one of y'all kick it off, man.
Best debut of all time.
Or return, whichever one.
I already got mine.
Man, that Finn Balor thing got my arms and neck hurting like crazy.
Well, I'm gonna go with the underrated one. I'm gonna go with Carlito.
I spit in the face of people who don't want to be cool. Hey,
So
that's
Carlito,
not cool, man.
Carlito came in. You know, John Cena was talking. This is like the man John Cena. This is just U.S. champion John Cena. I think it was maybe his first U.S. title run. He's talking. He debuts. You know, I think he debuted with Jesus. Anyway, regardless, come in. You know, Cena's like, man, like, who is this dude? Because Cena's still like a mid-card dude. He comes in. Him and Cena have a match. He whacks Cena with the with like his chain, his chain. Whacked him. 1, 2, 3. Carlito is your new United States champion in his first night on SmackDown.
He won the U.S. title in his debut.
Come on, man.
Second generation wrestler, man.
Who wins the title when they debut?
Santino Marella.
You're right. Forgot about that one too. But that's crazy.
I was saying it with that in the back of my head. I was like Santino.
Even though he beat my man's.
You know, fun fact, he's actually going to be in a wrestling match at, TNA's Rebellion? Mm-hmm. He actually is going to wrestle.
Yeah, I know he over that now.
As the DOA, Director of Authority.
But yeah, man, Carlito, you know, I got a lot of high praise for Carlito.
Finisher of all time, Cobra.
I can't get over when JTG sold it.
He overly sold that.
Had the whole, seizure going on.
He overly sold that.
So I'm going to go with Carlito's one of the best debuts of all time. They butchered it because they wanted to push Chris Masters, but, you know, Carlito was the man.
The masterpiece, man. That was the man.
He's, you know, his dude, Jesus, stabbed Cena at a nightclub.
Oh, that was the story they went with.
Yeah, you know, Cena went to go film the Marine, so instead of just giving him some type of injury or something,
he got stabbed.
Yeah,
he got stabbed at the nightclub.
That's tough.
All right, so for me, I'm starting it off with a return.
For me.
Yes, for me.
Yeah.
I'm going with a return. Now, these guys know especially, and you guys over time have learned this, I am a big fan and advocate of Edge. So it's only right that I bring up this man's glorious return at Royal Rumble 2020. Now, when the crowd heard that song go off, the place just, the roof came off, that place just went alive. The moment they see him come out, I remember the one fan that they cut to in the camera, he's like, yes, like he was happy. Like this man who was literally told, you are not cleared to compete, you could end up seriously hurt, paralyzed. No one thought he'd be in the ring again. And to hear his music hit, see him come out, hit, I think it was Styles he hit with the spear first. Like just to see him back in the ring, I was happy when I heard about it. So I was like, what? I didn't think that man was going to get cleared. I didn't think he was ever going to be back.
Yeah.
But, I mean, it's just overall, I'm happy to see him back. He's having the time of his life right now with his career. He just came off a big win against Finn Balor at WrestleMania 39, where we had colored kendo sticks and tables. We're not going to talk about that. But just he's having the time of his life. He's already come out and said next time they're in Toronto, that's it. But just to see Edge come back at the Rumble, just to see how the fans came unglued when they heard his music, saw him come out. You could tell Edge was fired up that he was back. So I was happy to see him.
I think Edge on that stuff.
Oh, bro, he juicing. But no, I was actually gonna piggyback off of you and
Also, you're the
I
one
was
now.
going to and go with a return, some similar to Edge, who had an incredible neck injury, and nobody thought he was coming back. But I'm gonna go with the greatest return, the return of the year.
Oh yeah.
The American Nightmare, Cody Rhodes,
Which
WrestleMania
one?
38.
Oh, okay.
Coming back home, man. Coming back to the company. Coming back to WWE, his home. I didn't say a real wrestling company. I just said the company. I wasn't disrespecting AEW.
I didn't say you did.
Bro, you
bro.
said that before though.
What did I do?
Bro,
Now-
you said he came at you a real company.
You said that.
Okay, for me to actually say this is going to take a lot myself, but I'm going to give WWE its flowers where it's due. To see Cody, who, yes, was a vital part of AEW, helped create AEW, helped sell out All In, to see him go from AEW to WWE. This was the first AEW wrestler to go from AEW to WWE. Usually it was WWE wrestlers going over to AEW, which is a real wrestling company too.
I didn't say nothing.
So yes, it's one of those where people didn't think it was going to happen. I mean, Cody had talked about in AEW, like, this match I'm having against Guevara, I'm not on contract no more, which had people thinking, does he re-sign? Does he go back to New Japan? Does he go to Ring of Honor, who was still, I believe, still open at the time, or might have been on its way out for its hiatus.
That little reason.
It was just like the clock was going. The thoughts were rumbling around, like, where is he going to go? And then there were rumors of, yes, Cody going to WWE, and I didn't know if it was going to happen. A lot of people thought it did, some people thought it didn't. So to hear coming into WrestleMania, wrestling has more than one royal family. Now you want to talk about the place coming unglued for Edge at the Rumble, the way the way the roof came off at WrestleMania for Cody, just hearing the start of it, that place went unglued.
Now, me and bro was texting each other when he returned. I was like, bro, ain't no way, bro.
Man.
Cause who thought like 8-9 years ago people would get excited for a Cody Rhodes return? Like, but he came back. He reinvented himself. The American Nightmare.
Well, the one thing I also want to mention with WWE superstars that have gone out of the company, have worked in the indies or other wrestling promotions, and come back, the one thing I've noticed is they bulk the hell up when they come back.
Yeah,
Cody bulked up,
'Cause
Drew
they got
bulked up,
they got
Jinder
that time
bulked
off
up.
to really work on themselves. Like that
Well,
schedule.
Ginder's on that stuff. So
That schedule can allow you not to be able to get in the gym as much as you want. So when you not on the road like that, you at home, you can just be in the gym going crazy.
Because one thing I have stated previously off camera, I haven't stated it on camera, this was stated off camera, and I've told these guys, to see how, like, small 3MB was when they first, were together and everything, and then when all the members were either released, left, or were doing what they were doing, they all bulked up at the end.
Yeah.
Heath bulked up, Drew bulked up, Jinder bulked up.
Everybody.
They all bulked up.
2 former champions now, man. Heath Slater just couldn't get it done, but yeah, man, my pick was Cody, man. That was my favorite. That was the return of 2022. My favorite return in recent memory. I got that, man. Cody Rhodes, the uncrowned Universal Undisputed WWE Champion. He's still uncrowned.
all right, you went with Cody. I'm gonna go with one of my favorite returns of all time. Now
my next one, I'm gonna probably go to the one I was gonna go to. But you go ahead.
Well, don't worry, my next one's a debut, not a return.
I'm gonna go with one of my favorite wrestlers. he's etching onto my all-time list. The one, Roman Reigns returning at SummerSlam 2020. Now, Roman Reigns went on hiatus when the pandemic hit, and it was just like, okay, it was still babyface Roman. He was gonna go into the match with Billy Goat. All of a sudden, they're having a match at SummerSlam, Bray Wyatt versus Braun Strowman. All of a sudden, the Fiend win the title. Roman Reigns just come out and spear him and just start attacking him with a new attitude, a new look, new teeth. Like, he was going crazy.
Show up and win. That was his T-shirt.
Next thing we know, he in a world title match like that next week on Payback, because it was the pandemic. You could just have pay-per-views the next week.
Yeah, Payback was like a week and a half after.
Come back, Roman Reigns signed the contract midway through the match.
That's tough.
Join the match. Pin. Who did he pin? Braun Strowman.
Yeah, he signed the contract as the match was starting. That's wild, bro.
2021 sure, or not 2021. 2020 is sure getting his flowers. The return of Edge, Roman returning with his new character, like I said, new teeth, all that. Yeah. For the year of the pandemic, it was a good year of wrestling.
It has some good stuff.
WWE was the one thing that kept going no matter what. They didn't pause, didn't cancel nothing. They kept us entertained, throughout that time period.
Where we had the debut of the Thunderdome.
Yeah, man.
Which, by the way, is not on our list.
Chris Benoit was in the crowd at one point.
Yeah, so Roman Reigns coming back.
He was on the thing, wasn't he?
No,
yeah, he was. Somebody put him on the thing on the Thunderdome.
You can't take nothing serious, man.
Man, so yeah, Roman Reigns is my pick for one of the best returns of all time. Man, one of the greatest runs of all time, arguably the greatest of all time.
Well, for me,
the one.
I've been doing a lot of I've been doing everybody's signatures.
You almost threw out your damn shoulder doing Finn.
I did Finn 8 times.
That's our favorite wrestler. That's our favorite wrestler of all time. All 3 of our favorite wrestlers of all time.
Who?
Roman Reigns.
What?
You are really poking one.
You speaking for us?
Yeah.
You know who my favorite wrestler of all time is.
Roman Reigns. Yeah, I just said it.
No.
You know who mine is.
Roman Reigns.
No, it's not.
That's your tribal chief.
That's our tribal chief.
That's your tribal
chief.
That's
our tribal chief.
No,
it's our tribal chief.
That's yours. I don't acknowledge a grown man. Granted, at SmackDown I did throw
you throw your one up
because I respect what he accomplished.
Yeah.
But I don't acknowledge him.
Yeah, threw up the one at an event that I was supposed to go with them to.
He don't care.
Yeah, why you ain't go?
Huh. I wonder why I didn't go.
So back to action.
Them 2 shows went crazy.
Alright, so you so it was on you, right?
Yes.
Alright.
My next one is a debut.
Karrion Kross return.
Who cares?
Bro, Karrion Kross was an entity in NXT. 2-time NXT champion. What? Who cares?
Bo Dallas is a former NXT champion. What did he do?
He went 14 in Bo. And then he lost to R-Truth. How you go? I'm just.
Sami Zayn was NXT champion.
That's Sami Zayn. He just main evented WrestleMania.
Yeah, some stuff CM Punk couldn't do.
CM Punk 10 times better than Sami Zayn.
Adrian Neville was NXT champion. What did he do?
No, I ain't gonna lie. Neville was somebody they just didn't know how to use. You know how talented Neville was.
We gave him his flowers.
I mean, he wasn't a star, but he had it though. But
he's got more star power in the company.
Yeah, Pac, Pac, the superstar now.
The superstar.
Pac, yeah.
He a superstar?
Yeah.
He's a real wrestler.
He is. He a great in-ring talent.
He can wrestle. Say a real wrestler.
He can wrestle though.
Okay.
But Neville Pac is for another vid though.
That's for another video. But for my debut, I have Royal Rumble 2016, where the phenomenal one, AJ Styles makes his debut.
That's a good one. You got two good ones, man. Edge and AJ Styles.
Because it's like the counter goes off and they're hearing this music and nobody knows who it is. Even the camera cuts to Roman and Roman's like,
who is this guy? Right, like, who is this? Phenomenal.
They see Phenomenal. The crowd comes unglued because they already know who it is. Even when you heard Michael Cole, it's like AJ Styles is here.
Could it be?
The most sought out free agent in all of wrestling right now is here in WWE.
Man. Remember, Roman was like,
yeah, he was confused. He's like, huh?
I'm trying to see who that man was.
And I mean, that man got pushed to the roof very quickly. I mean, he had his time in the Rumble, had his little tag team with Jericho, Y2AJ.
Yeah, Y2AJ could have been decent. That was just to get their feud going.
Then get the feud going with Jericho, where he had during that time what I thought was one of the most infamous nicknames of Jericho. Y2 Jackass.
Hold on, but real quick.
That one, I'm not going to lie.
So hold on. If I remember this right, I know they had the match at WrestleMania.
Yeah, had the match at WrestleMania.
But they had matches on Raw before the match at WrestleMania, right?
I'm pretty sure they probably did.
Why?
I think they had one match together where it was kind of like it wasn't like a face and heel thing like that. I think at the time both of them
were respect
babyface.
Yeah,
before Chris eventually turned.
Yeah, but why have the match on Raw if you want to have the match at WrestleMania?
That was just probably to establish the feud. You know,
man, that's dumb as hell. But okay.
OG gotta wait.
Come on, bro.
The videos don't wait for nobody, not even the OG. But yeah, overall, like I said, 2016 AJ Styles coming in, a phenomenal one. Someone who had spent literally most of their career in TNA, had its couple year or two with New Japan to come over to WWE, and brought us Gallows and Anderson as well, all from the club.
Yes, sir. All from my favorite tag teams.
All from the club, the Bullet Club. So, for me, 2016 AJ Styles debut at the Royal Rumble. I still think he's owed a Royal Rumble victory down the road.
It's too late for that.
I don't know, man. I think AJ's still going at a high level, man. I think he could. If the story's right with it, I feel like he can win one. You never know who. Sometimes you can just start telling who gonna win the Royal Rumble now because it's so predictable.
Yeah, I knew when Cody Titty exploded, I knew he was winning.
I feel as if Styles wasn't injured, it would have been honestly Styles and Finn.
Yeah, it would have. It would have been.
Easily would have been.
Yeah, but they had a backup plan with Edge, so they went with Edge. It made sense too, but yeah. So my next pick, man, I'm gonna go with another superstar that had a gruesome injury that nobody ever thought he would come back from. I'm talking about Daniel Bryan, man. 2018 when D. Bryan came back and he had his return match in the same arena he won the Undisputed World title at New Orleans, out there at WrestleMania in the Superdome. Mm-hmm. WrestleMania 34. It was him and Shane versus KO and Sammy. So I was just happy to see one of my favorite wrestlers have his comeback moment. Like D. Bryan had to retire just like Edge did without, it wasn't because he wanted to retire.
I forgot KO and Sammy teamed up at WrestleMania 34.
Yeah, that's
I forgot about that.
Was both heels, yeah.
I forgot about that.
Yeah, so D. Bryan came back, and then that was the start of D. Bryan coming back, and that's when he became the Planet's champion, man. When he beat AJ Styles for the WWE title on SmackDown, random, turned heel out of nowhere, low blowed him. And we got the Planet's champion, man.
I'm not objecting to him being champion.
The infamous Daniel Bryan heel run that went crazy.
I'm fine with the heel run. I'm fine with him winning the title. What I am not okay with is that wooden title. I did not like it at all.
The brown joint, yeah.
That was tough.
When Kofi won, they brought back the regular title. I'm like, oh, thank God.
The wooden one, it fitted Bryan because he was like the planet. It was all about the planet, the earth, and all that. But
what about the jewels that were in the title? That wasn't earth friendly.
I mean, the thing that just surprised me about it was he was able to play the hero role so well because he was the most over person in WWE.
Where he was practically calling everyone fickle.
Yeah, and he played the hero.
Went to the concession stand, started throwing pop all over the place.
And he got actual heat too, not that cheap heat.
Yeah.
He got real heat because he was playing the hero role, So yeah, man, D. Bryan. That's my second.
Who recently is in another heel role himself right now.
He heel over there?
Yeah.
Bryan Danielson, man. This is his last run for sure. When he done with AEW, he done.
Yeah, it's gotta be raps.
Yeah.
60 years old.
He tired anyway.
Yeah, I bet he is. We talk about returns. Man,
You could do 2 returns and a debut, 2 debuts and a return. It's really up to you. You could do all debuts if you wanted to.
All returns if he wanted to.
man, no,
Oh, no, because he did debuts off the bat, so the return thing's out the window.
I'm surprised you put Carlito as the first one of all time on your.
No, that's not number one all time. But it's just the first one that I thought about. Now, my next pick is gonna be one. I got the socks on. Y'all see the socks? Y'all see the
Little
socks?
Match John.
Johnny Goat. Johnny effing Goat.
Pale ass John.
A-Town down.
John Cena
Pale
at
ass
the
Cena.
Royal Rumble 2008. Now, you talk about pops. You talk about
Wait, hold on.
real superstars. What?
I wonder why. No wonder he was pale. If he's pale, no one can see him. I don't care if that's bad or not. I just thought of that shit.
That was a little. Yeah, man. You gotta,
Okay,
you
come
gotta,
from,
you
okay,
gotta
come from the
keep-
dude who said in a few previous videos you can't see the damn socks because they're seeing the socks. That wasn't good either.
They can't see what I'm doing.
Is the socks
Oh,
even
OG
there?
blowing my phone up, man.
Man, you gotta tell you know. But no, John Cena though. John Cena. First of all, John Cena was on that 06, 07. People started to like kind of go to 50-50 joint with Cena. When he came back in 2008, Madison Square Garden, like the roof blew off.
Yeah.
Cause John Cena came out number 30. Now you look at, cause Triple H is going through hell trying to get in that Royal Rumble. He got in there, and you think about how stacked it was. I think he threw out Chavo, he threw out Umaga. It was a pretty stacked Royal Rumble. This was like one of the top.
Batista was in there.
Yeah.
Shawn Michaels. Yeah, that Royal Rumble was stacked.
So Undertaker was in there. So like John Cena come out, he going to take, he start eliminating people, and then he see who did he see? Who did he eliminate last? Triple H.
Yeah, Triple H.
He was like, oh.
Yeah. He got Triple H gone.
Yeah, so he came back. You know, he pointed at the joint, you know, at the arm.
Kind of like halfway in.
Alright, he pointed at his arm, and you know, he came back and he won the Rumble. Big Match John.
Thank you for doing that.
Well, he backed me out so he could do it. And I'm like,
Big Match John returned that 08, one of the best returns.
No,
of
that
all
was a
time.
great return, man. People didn't expect him to be coming back that quick after he had when he tore his
Something is
it was Achilles.
Nah, the Achilles in your leg.
It was one. I mean,
it was
his,
something right here.
what it was. It was the thing that Cody tore.
The
The
pec.
pectoral, yeah. Cause remember Randy took him out like late 07.
Oh,
And the
okay.
events was like John Cena has torn his
He
pectoralis.
blew his titty out.
So that was
Yeah.
what that was.
Cena in his career had some gruesome injuries. Like I still remember when it was him and Batista. I think it was at SummerSlam.
Broke his neck.
When he caught him midair, just Batista.
What
bombed
about
him.
bowling ball Cena?
Oh, the joint right here.
Yeah,
Oh yeah.
Whatever that was.
that was a dude.
Still had a 5-star match.
What was it? There was on the
Damian
torn
Sandow.
tricep
He
or something.
beat Damian Sandow. Remember when Damian Sandow destroyed him with the briefcase on his arm and he still retained with one arm?
Yeah.
Hit him with a one-arm A.
You knew your career was over when you lost like that.
Alright, man. What y'all got next?
The contract did the briefcase did kind of go
The
cold though
brown.
with the brown.
He
one.
had to change it. Cody Rhodes threw it in the water. Cody was hating on Damian at that point. The Rhodes Scholars, man. They was decent. Hallelujah, hallelujah. That was his theme song.
Remember Cody's infamous mustache?
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
What y'all got
I
next,
know,
gang?
man.
All right, so my last one. Now I know I went with 2 bangers, so this one might be a little.
Mid.
Yeah, I'm not afraid to say it. It's probably gonna be mid, but I still liked it myself. It was. I might need some help with this one for the year. What was the year Vicky Guerrero was the GM of Raw?
2011. Of Raw?
Yeah,
2013.
when my man Christian returned, because Wade was out in the ring, and Vicky's like, he's like, I know you wanted a match against the Miz, but unfortunately that's gonna have to wait. I got someone for you, this man, and then you just hear Christian's music.
That was 2013. Yeah, that was when Brad Maddox was still around.
I think it was literally the night after WrestleMania, because I think Barrett was owed a rematch against Miz.
After WrestleMania 29.
Yeah. I think it was literally the night after.
Christian last run in WWE was bad, bro. Like he just kept getting beat by Sheamus every week. But Sheamus was beating him every week.
Well, I just say it because you know, with me being a fan of Edge, obviously I'm a fan of Christian too. Because you know,
Captain Charisma, man, that's a legend.
I mean, they honestly
fake peep show, but
I mean the infamous,
the only peep show.
I mean the infamous before Christian, you know, went off to AEW, return at the Rumble. Edge and Christian had that little moment in the ring. Edge was happy to see him return in the ring. Christian was because he knew he was on his way out the door. But just hearing Christian's music off and the crowd just going off, it's like, hey, Christian's back. It might be a little underrated, but it's up there for me.
I thought you were gonna have him when he had the match against Randy Orton. And Randy Orton destroyed him.
Well, you talking about like 2011?
No, this was like 20. This was when he was. This was like 2021, 2020.
Oh, you talking about recent, couple of years ago?
Yeah, you don't remember that?
Yeah, that was that. Oh yeah, that was
that
last match. Come on, bro, that wasn't even.
I thought you were talking about. I thought you were talking about
Christian
20. I thought you were talking about what's it called?
He talking about when Randy was beating up all the legends and then he had a match with Christian.
No, I was thinking at first he was talking about 2014 when Christian was in the chamber with all the other guys.
Nah, it was just him and Randy Orton.
Well, man, y'all know I'm gonna go big for my last pick, man. I got a debut, man. Yeah, you gotta give it to him, man. I'm going Logan Paul, man, making his debut in WWE, man. He Logan Paul, man. What else to say about him?
Man, that boy impressive, man. I've been watching wrestling for a long time.
Went toe-to-toe with the Tribal Chief.
Yeah.
Went toe-to-toe with Seth freaking Rollins at WrestleMania.
Where he had an entrance that legitimately kind of scared me because we might have an Owen Hart incident.
Hate zip line.
Oh, man. Logan Paul is one of the most impressive.
He one of my favorites, man. He grew on me, though. Because at first I wasn't sold on it. I was like, why is Roman Reigns wrestling Logan Paul? This is a joke. I wasn't sold on him. He impressed me. And now I'm rocking with him, man. Now I gotta go and get me a $7 million Pokemon card and just.
I think he's the only person with that. I think it's only one.
I'm gonna go get a replica though.
It's not gonna be worth $7 million.
Make it look like it's, make it look like I got the
Logan Paul's impressive, man. I feel like Logan Paul.
He got it though, man. He made for this business,
I think Logan Paul is a dude, who really impressed me. I feel like. He can do a lot. I feel like he's better than like a lot of people who I watch today. Like, he don't really insult my intelligence. He does real actual moves. He sells. He does all these things.
He made for this business though. Yeah. Like a lot of celebrities you will see, not really cut out for this, but Logan one of them.
He can cut a promo. I like that.
He got it. He could generate decent heat.
There's other people who make a mockery of this type of stuff, but he doesn't. Even though he's a YouTuber.
Right.
He don't make a mockery of this stuff. He goes out. He has great performances and all this stuff.
Man.
He does his thing.
Bro, what's the problem?
Are you, John, just dropping subtle hints?
Man,
I'm surprised. He's one of the best 3, now 4 match superstars I've seen that does better than most of the other people.
Why you can't just?
Why are you on it? Why can't you just? Why you
can't just give him his credit without degrading?
You know what? Fine. I'm saying this once and for all, and I will openly admit this if this happens. We will throw up a poll. What company do you think is better, WWE or AEW? And if AEW loses, I will personally come on here in the next video and sit here and say that WWE is a real better wrestling company than AEW. If that poll,
Jason, don't do this. Do not do this.
The light overly taking over your head right now. Thank you.
No,
Jason, don't
because I want this debate to end once and for all. If AEW loses a poll, I will go on here and admit that WWE is a real wrestling company more than AEW.
But listen, you don't got to do that. AEW is a real company. They make money. That is a real wrestling.
They grossed $100 million last year.
WWE.
They literally are on their way to All In Wembley Arena, where they're selling out 90,000 seats.
See?
More than WrestleMania's 81,000.
But look,
crazy.
WWE is also a real company. Both of those are
but
real
that's
companies.
the thing. I admit that both companies are real wrestling companies. For some reason, he wants to poke at the other one.
Because he know it get under your skin. yeah, you let him get to you. You can't let him get to you, man.
I didn't say nothing about
He,
it.
you know, every time when he say,
I can't get
Every
Logan
time
Paul
he-
his flowers.
You literally, I'm gonna bring this up. Literally, when we were playing the game and Kurt Angle was coming out, he's like, "Oh, that's a real wrestler."
That
right
is
there."
a real wrestler.
Because I know exactly what he's poking at. When you said before,
Is Kurt Angle not a real wrestler? Does he
saying,
not have a gold medal?
giving Logan Paul his props, and then saying he don't make a mockery. We don't
He
gotta
don't
say-
make a mockery.
We don't gotta say that though.
What the?
Just say he's a great.
I know exactly what you're
Right,
meaning with
we
the
get
mockery.
it.
I
Just say
already
he
know what you
impressive,
mean.
gang. Just say he impressive, gang. Just say he impressive. He a great performer, and he made for the business. That's it. Come on, we don't gotta throw shots, man.
You know what? Fine.
I can't give people their flowers.
I'm putting the biggest honorable mention in since he wants to do this. You want to hear the best debut in wrestling? AEW as a company. That's my personal damn opinion. I don't care what either one of them have to say.
I mean, it's your opinion.
Right,
Like,
it's cool.
you can't get mad at me because I had an opinion.
Right, like just
Like,
like,
what?
you know, AEW coming in, that's decent. You know, I mean, you probably what if just say what if AEW didn't exist though?
If AEW didn't exist, then yes, I would say that WWE is the better company compared to others.
But WWE is the one company though. No, like 30. Come on.
The
man.
history speaks for itself.
Like why you think AEW is held on Wednesdays and not Monday with Raw at the same time? Come on, man.
Or at least Friday.
Even SmackDown,
No,
they beat out.
they do have a show on Friday.
But it come on after
What that is like,
Rampage.
Rampage.
You're probably like 100,000
but they
views.
beat out NXT because NXT is in WWE. It's not a one brand. It's within WWE. So they beat a company. They beat a brand. But it's. I mean, everybody rock with what they rock with, man. Ricochet. Shout out Ricochet, man. Ricochet said it best, man. Wrestling is what it is.
Yeah, it's what you want it to
Different
be.
styles.
Yeah.
You make it what you want to make it. That's the beauty
Wrestling
of
as a whole should be bringing fans together, not debating between
But
one
no,
company or
that's
the
the
other.
beauty of wrestling. Because
I got
if we
my
all,
opinion, though.
if we all,
You can't get mad at me for having an opinion.
if we all agreed on one thing, it wouldn't be fun. He don't like AEW, you like it. That's a great
You
argument.
think it's fun for me literally hearing him say every week
Well, yeah,
that we
because-
come on here that he's poking at AEW
yeah, because
continuously?
because he know how you gonna react to him. He know how you gonna react to
I
him.
will come on here like I did after Roman Reigns' WrestleMania match. If that's what I got to do to get a point of damn
No,
bonus.
you just gotta. I'm gonna show you how to. I've been through it, man. You can't let him. He do it on purpose.
I haven't done nothing, gang.
Why you think he bring up SmackDown every time? The one we went to.
I didn't do
He
nothing.
does it on purpose.
Yo,
You are
To
purposely,
get to you.
He purposely does shit to get under my skin.
And
You
you
do it
gotta
when
do
I
it.
say, "Oh yeah, I'm coming over." You say, "Oh, just stay home." You purposely have brought up
Come on,
since
man.
December.
Jason, bro, we over recording.
You have brought up ever since that December 16th
Jason, we
SmackDown.
recording.
I keep it. No, I don't care. They can hear this. You have brought up ever since the December 16th SmackDown, which
And the
I can't.
23rd.
And the 23rd, where I came out and openly said, "Let me know when you need the bread. I'll give it to you. I'm ready to go." You decide last minute to not even bring it up. Oh yeah, it was still the day before. I still could have given you the money the day before. You did that. The SmackDown thing has still been a running joke since literally what we did in last week's video. Literally last week's video got brought up when we were coming back from getting food for Mania. You brought it up again. It's just a running joke. I'm getting tired of it.
So, alright, so we got our favorite returns and debuts, man. Let us know in the comment section if y'all enjoy the content. We on that road to 300, man. We rocking out, but man, I'm your boy Morrow, man.
I'm your boy, Aaron.
Money making jail. We out.
We out. Y'all crazy.
I didn't do nothing.